collective after placing the foundation stone and inaugurating the Kurasini Police Training College at a ceremony attended by various leaders, including ministers, members of parliament, and heads of defense and security organs.
You've spoken about prisoners who have committed various offences using weapons, whom once they are released from prison, they re-offend. You must force them to stop committing crime. You have been given power to make them stop. I know you have the ability to do so.
Mheshimiwa Rais, ni kwa sababu ya msimamo wako.
Honorable President, it is because of your determination and your decision to refuse implementation of projects by following a Western system and instead to use a false account. This is why infrastructure challenges in government institutions are reducing at a high rate, and the cost to implement such projects is almost half of what it would have been if we had followed the Western system.
Changamoto tunaipata. Kuna watu wanafanya tukio.
Some commit crime and are arrested, but he makes an appeal, and yet when he is free, he doesn't change. Someone commits murder, but when he is released from prison, he doesn't change. The police force and other security and safety organs have no patience with anyone who uses a weapon.
Kwa kweli hatuna uhali na mtu anayetumia bunduki.
President Magufuli has also expressed his satisfaction with Temeke Municipal and directed the Prevention and Combating of Corruption Bureau (PCCB) to investigate billions of shillings in loans they took from CRDB Bank.
Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Mbunge, najua ulikuwa hauko, lakini ngoja nikutandike tu kwa sababu wamekutuma wewe kuja kuzungumza hapa.
No money will be given by the government. The most the government could do is to send inspectors to inspect what happened to the money, and PCCB commander must make a follow-up on that. Who went to negotiate with CRDB, and the money paid, was it the rightful amount? And the buildings constructed, are they worth 12 billion?
Je, maeneo hayo yalikuwa ya nani? Je, hizo fedha zilizolipwa kweli ndizo zilizokuwa zinastahili? Kama ni bilioni 10 na ngapi alisema? 12. Je, yale majengo yaliyojengwa yana thamani ya bilioni 12?
President Dr. John Magufuli has appointed Dr. Bashiru Ali Kakurwa as the Chief Secretary. Before the appointment, Dr. Bashiru Ali was the Secretary General of Chama cha Mapinduzi. Dr. Bashiru Ali takes the place of the late Ambassador John Kijazi, who passed away on 17th of February this year. President Magufuli has also appointed Dr. Bashiru Ali to become an ambassador, whereby he will be sworn in tomorrow at 9 a.m. at State House in Dar es Salaam. A small swarm of desert locusts remaining in Longido District, Arusha region, have been destroyed in a pesticide spraying operation being implemented by plant specialists and Tropical Pesticides Research Institute, TPRI.
Sasa, wale nzige wachache waliobaki tunaendelea kuwafuatilia na
we're making a close follow-up even as we speak. Some of our team members are with them. We are waiting to attack them in the evening when they have calmed down.
Matokeo haya ni jinsi ambavyo serikali imejipanga kuhakikisha kwamba wadudu hawa waleti madhara.
The government is well prepared to make sure that locusts don't cause destruction in our area.
Lakini jingine ambalo niliwekea hapa ni kwamba nzige hawa walioingia Siha.
One thing I would like to clarify is that locusts that have come to Siha, it is not the new swarm which came, but rather after spraying locusts in 2 centers in Longido, a few crossed to Siha, and they are the ones we made a follow-up on 2 days ago and began to deal with them yesterday and throughout the night.
Usiku kucha watu wetu wameendelea kushughulika nao. Mimi kwa niaba ya Wizara ya Kilimo nitumia nafasi hii.
Ongoing rains in Bukoba District, Kagera region have caused over 100 houses to be surrounded by water following destruction of drainage pipes that are taking water to Lake Victoria, a situation that has caused some residents to abandon their homes.
As you can see, a lot of houses are full of water and some have collapsed. Nothing is being done. The bridge was overpowered and water could not flow to the lake. Some have been forced to abandon their houses.
So, wananchi wa Nyamkazi sana sana sisi tunachoweza kusema ni kuchukua tahadhari tu. Kama ambavyo
residents close to the lake must temporarily vacate. There is also a school whereby teachers face difficulties to get there.
Zile nyumba waziache kwa muda mpaka hapo ambapo maji atakapokuwa sasa ameshashuka kurudi katika nyumba yake.
The Chief Justice of Tanzania has directed residents magistrates through the country to ensure they give out just rulings that take into consideration evidence presented within court so as to reduce congestion of cases in court.
Another area that you must consider is that the law has made some recommendation so that advocates are able to represent their clients in primary courts. Judges have been able to pass sentences on time because judges have been able to pass sentences on time without assistance from advocates. You must not allow advocates to delay cases and cause a backlog of cases in court.
Sheria inajielekeza vizuri ni jinsi gani tunatakiwa kuandika hukumu zetu, wazingatie hayo.
The law is clear on how we are supposed to write ruling on cases and we must take that into consideration.
Kama jinsi ambavyo hotuba ya Jaji Mkuu ilivyoelekeza.
We are ready to pass ruling within 6 months as instructed and Tanzanians should expect good things.
Wa expect kupokea vitu vizuri kutoka kwetu na tutawatendea haki sawa na sheria za Tanzania zinavyosema.
The Minister of Land, Housing and Human Settlement Development, William Lukuvi, has directed directors of district councils in the country to ensure they collect land rent on time from those given land, warning that action will be taken against any region that will be behind in tax collection exercise. Minister Lukuvi gave the directive after handing over a title deed of 75.29 hectares of farm number 97 in Luguruni, Kibamba to Ubungo Municipal as part of implementation of a directive given by President Dr. Magufuli on 24th of February.
Tumeanzisha ofisi za ardhi za mikoa. Moja ya jukumu lake ni kusimamia ulipaji na kuhamasisha wananchi kulipa kodi. Kodi ya ardhi, nyinyi halmashauri ndio kodi pekee mnayoipeleka hazina. Nyingine zote ni oni sosi mnakula wenyewe. Hii moja tu. Mkijua kuomba, timizeni na wajibu wenu. Wajibu wenu ni kuhakikisha sasa kilicho cha mzee kinakwenda. Mmepewa ardhi kuipanga kila halmashauri. Mbona hela ya mzee hampeleki kila mwaka?
30 foreign nationals from Kenya, Somalia and Ethiopia have been arrested for illegally entering to Zanzibar border control force while en route to South Africa. They entered the country illegally. Fortunately, we received information about them early, a week before their arrival. Upon their arrival, we arrested them. What we are doing right now is handing over these people to other institutions that deals with such cases. From their preliminary information, they said they are coming from Kenya on their way to South Africa, searching for greener pasture. As a country, it is our responsibility to protect our borders. We thank our security organs, especially KMKM, for the good job of arresting these people and hand them over to the government for further investigation. A day after the new Magufuli bus terminal at Mbezi Luis Dar es Salaam began to provide services, over 30 illegal bus tours were arrested at the station. They will be able to be taken to court for disturbing passengers and illegally entry at the station. Now, moving on, the government has directed the Managing Director of Tanzania Port Authority to meet with the port leadership in Kibiti district in regards to operations of Nyamisati Port and within 7 days, and to transfer the Nyamisati Port manager who is alleged to have poor relations with users of the port and Kibiti district management. Within 7 days, he must meet district leaders, especially the district commissioner. They should come up with solutions within 7 days. I believe after that, we shall have a new beginning. All we want is government determination of providing good services to its citizens is achieved. I also call upon residents of Kibiti, especially the ones using this port, must know that this port is run for the purpose of making profit. Among the challenges we faced in getting funds for construction of classrooms, again, materials that are used are imported. There are port levies that must be covered, while finances that are brought for construction of these classrooms does not include port levies, not only in construction materials, but even human medicines that are meant for our dispensaries are also charged at the port. As a regional commissioner, I have received several complaints, including dead bodies, which are charged if are to be transported from Mafia. I am calling on our leaders to help us in solving those challenges.
Hapo ili swala kwamba kuna maiti zinatozwa, mimi sijawahi kuona, na kama kuna mtu yote ambaye alipitisha maiti katozwa.
I have not seen dead bodies being charged for transportation. If there are people who experience that, should come through and give me receipts. It is not right. It is true that I have not been attending all meetings because I am not only the manager in charge but also a secretary. I juggle between these two responsibilities. However, I have always sent my representative in all meetings, but I could not make it due to other responsibilities.
Ya kazi ambapo hapa kwa idara yangu mimi utekelezaji niko mimi ndio manager na ndio karani ndio kila kitu.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. And in international news, a Dutch appeals court ruled on Friday that the government was entitled to use an emergency law to underpin its coronavirus curfew. The ruling overturned a judge's decision earlier this month that the government overstepped its legal powers. In a clear victory for the government over a group called Virus Truth that opposes the lockdown, the appeals court also said that the 9 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. curfew introduced on January 23rd was a proportional measure to tackle the COVID-19 crisis. U.S. President Joe Biden has made an official call on President Uhuru Kenyatta, where he assured of his commitment to uphold the law. According to a White House statement, President Biden emphasized on the United States' continued commitment to work closely with Kenya to support regional peace and security. And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly after the break. We'll be right back.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back. And in business news, the government has advised farmers to use crop insurance in order to avoid incurring losses caused by various disasters. Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Gerard Kosaya, after talks between the government and development stakeholders from Japan. It is our responsibility to ensure that local government authorities provide loans to citizens for supporting production activities and contribution in building our economy. It is important to sensitize practice of agriculture that is tolerable by our climate conditions by putting more efforts on issues of irrigation, good seeds, water management for better yields. Tanzania Revenue Authority TRA in Kigoma region has started to take measures against importers who buy vitenge from neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi and smuggle the goods into the country without paying taxes.
Mwaka huu mzima tutakuwa na operation kubwa sana hasa kwenye maduka.
These inspections will be conducted throughout the year, especially in vitenge shops, because there are vitenge which are imported illegally. Luckily, in Kigoma region, we have a special team from customs that are doing inspections regularly to combat such practices, so that traders must comply with tax laws. We do give out receipts to our customers. We wish for TRA to burden us because as traders, we purchase goods from outside the country. It is not easy for us to get receipts from Congolese traders. It is not their way of doing business. I wish they would have a dialogue with vitenge traders so that we could come up with a lasting solution that is beneficial to traders too. The government in Karagwe District, Kagera region has called on Indonesian investors to establish banana and coffee processing industries in the district as farmers have the capacity to produce high yields but lack of reliable markets.
Tunahitaji masoko kwa ajili ya kahawa.
Coffee and bananas markets are needed for our produce. It is important for us to have close relations with ambassadors from different countries who are in Tanzania, so that when you go back to your home countries, you might help us in getting reliable foreign markets for our coffee and bananas. Not only those two items, there are ranches that need processing factories for meat products. That is another opportunity that you can also look forward to invest in Tanzania.
Is the opportunity kwa ajili ya kiwanda cha nyama.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Joaquinho, he did lose some length.
And in sports news, Taifa Stars head coach Kim Poulsen has named a 25-man squad which involves 7 under-20 players as they prepare for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers and friendlies.
Now, about technical bench, the technical bench will be the same as it have been before. I already have a good chat with Juma Ngunda, had a talk with him, and I also had a meeting with Matola, Salman Matola, so I've been in touch with in contact with both of them. And then the other, whatever it's the fitness coach, goalkeeper coach and so on, will be the same technical bench.
Swimmers from Dar Swim Club have proceeded with training ahead of the Tali Swimming Gala tomorrow and Sunday at the Gymkhana Pool in Dar es Salaam.
I think that I might be in some national competitions and I might improve my time. Right now I'm still trying to improve my time, like in freestyle, in breaststroke, in butterfly, and in backstroke, and the coaches are really encouraging me to do better.
I've seen a lot of development in myself because if you see my time from 2018 galas to 2020, the last gala for Talis Gala, I've improved a lot. There have been like 14 seconds decreased of all events, and I think I've done really good past these galas.
But one of the things our coaches did with us was you pay attention to the person, basically, like the individual strengths and the weaknesses. You refine them. You don't train them all in one group expecting them to be the same. You go to each person, you see the strengths and the weaknesses, and you work on them. That's how you build a better and cohesive team.
Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson is facing up to at least 5 weeks on the sidelines after undergoing surgery on the groin injury he suffered in a Merseyside derby day with Everton.
The 30-year-old lasted less than half an hour during a 2-0 defeat for the Reds to their arch-rivals at Anfield on February 20th. He had been lining up at centre-half once again in that contest, with cover required for other absent stars, but the England international has now joined the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez in the treatment room, and will not be seen again until April at the earliest. The Reds have posted in a statement on the club's official website, Liverpool can confirm Jordan Henderson has undergone operation on the injury he sustained during last weekend's Merseyside derby with Everton.
Thierry Henry has stepped down as a coach of Major League Soccer side of Montreal for family reasons. Here are more details.
The former France international was heavily linked with the Bournemouth job earlier this month, before interim manager Jonathan Woodgate was given the role until the end of the season. It is with heavy heart that I am writing this message, the former Arsenal and Barcelona forward posted on Instagram. Montreal was Henry's second job as head coach, having spent just over a year at Ligue 1 side Monaco from 2018.
And Manchester United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has confirmed that Paul Pogba is set to miss a few more weeks of action due to his thigh injury. Here are more details.
Pogba has been sidelined since slipping off in the first half of United's 3-3 draw with Everton at Old Trafford on February 6th. The Frenchman has missed the club's last 3 matches in all competitions, including a 0-0 draw with Real Sociedad in the Europa League on Thursday night, and Solskjaer isn't expecting him to return for a while yet. Solskjaer also revealed that Daniel James picked up a knock against Sociedad, whom the Red Devils knocked out of Europe with a 4-0 aggregate score, while delivering an update on the fitness of Scott McTominay, Donny van de Beek and Edison Cavani.
And that sports item ends the news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbo. Thank you for watching and good night.
on the decor this week.
Nikitaka kuwa na maua mengi zaidi. Je, uzalishaji wa maua anaweza akafanya mtu yoyote au mpaka watu ambao wako vitaluni huko?
Sio kila ua la kuzalisha. Mfano, hii ni dendrobium. Hili ua sasa hivi linachanua na likimaliza hapa litatoa mtoto atachanua. Sasa tunataka tulizalishe tupate nyingi. Sasa ili useme hapa kila mwaka nitakuwa na maua. Maki linachanua mara moja. Sasa ukaligawanya tu unalirudisha nyuma, sababu ili likomae lichanue inaweza kuchukua miaka 2, 3, mingine mpaka miaka 4 ndo litachanua kwa mara ya kwanza tena.
You come to my house, ukikuta kuna vitoto, tafadhali don't touch the dial. Kuna maana ya kuwa na supporting babies kwenye ua moja.
Join us on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on your favorite channel, Capital TV.
Habari za usiku huu muhisani mtazamaji wa ITV. Habari za usiku huu muhisani msikizi wa Radio 1 na Capital Radio. Sako kwa bako na mitandao ya kijamii inayokwenda sambamba kabisa na kipindi hiki. Karibu katika kipindi cha malumbano ya hoja. Kama ilivyokuwa ada, tunakutana hapa kila Alhamis kujadili mambo mbalimbali ya kiuchumi, kisiasa, sanaa, burudani na michezo, ili mradi tu katika kuendeleza gurudumu la kimaendeleo katika nchi yetu. Anayekualika katika mjadala huu hii leo naitwa Hemedi Kivuyo. Mada iliyoko mezani inasema sekta ya madini kwa uchumi imara na maendeleo endelevu.